So today we're going to talk about Firebirds, and I'm going to talk about why I think you need one, why I need one, why I bought one, the reason behind it, and then the advantages and disadvantages of a Firebird. So number one, first of all, this is probably, in my opinion, the coolest looking guitar. I think it's the most one I get asked about. Like when I'm playing a gig, if I bring this out, people want to talk to me about it. So it looks cool. We'll get that out of the way. There's a whole story about how, I believe it was a car designer, someone in the automobile industry came up with this. Makes no sense in some ways, but what I want to say is why I gravitate to this guitar, and it is because of this pickup. Now that might be surprising because a lot of people think of like Leonard Skinner when they think of Firebirds, which I do too, and I like Leonard Skinner. But I'm a Johnny Winter fan, so this to me, when I think of Johnny, playing fretted solos, I think of either this in between, or I think of this pickup right here, the neck pickup. That's what I think of is Johnny ripping blues licks. I mean, really, Johnny was like, in a way, he was kind of like Stevie Ray Vaughan before Stevie Ray Vaughan a little bit. I know I'm gonna get killed for that, but a little bit though. So the point is this pickup is my favorite one. Now, when I talk about the Firebird advantage disadvantages, if you hopefully it'll pick it up on here, but this is a lot more. There's a lot more output. It's a lot louder anyway. So if you just play this chord, same thing. So it might be cutting through more just because of the tonality of it, but this pickup is just, I can feel the air being moved right now by it playing. But what I love about this is it's very articulate and bright. So it's not really like right now I've got my Mesa Boogie and I've got an EP booster on at about like 9 o'clock. It's just a little bit of extra, push, nothing. Nothing crazy there, but just a little extra. In this guitar, it sounds really great, clean. I mean, we'll do the middle position here. Sounds really good, right? And we'll do the bridge pickup as well. Does sound really good, but to me, this is why I'm playing this guitar is the neck pickup. So one thing that is really kind of unique about this is I know a lot of people, they talk about like, oh well, if yours it's gonna go like this, and I got my strap on it. I usually have a strap when I'm playing most of the time. I don't really fight like that. If people talk about the neck kind of diving, I don't really fight that with this. I got a nice big strap here, but I would just recommend that if you're having problems at any guitar, just get a wider strap. But I don't really fight like the comfort. And this thing is massive. I mean, like I don't know what the measurement is. I didn't, but it's a big guitar. It's just a long guitar. I mean, the case is gigantic. That is like one disadvantage. Like you in and out of the vehicle, you got to have room for that case because it's like the same. Like if you ever had an Explorer or even like I think well, maybe not the V, but the Explorer for sure. It's just a big, big case, man. And it almost is like size of a bass from a case standpoint. But I mean, honestly, as big as it is, it's light. Like, it's pretty thin. It's got the raised. All Firebirds have this raised like center block thing here. But what I like about it, especially if you're playing lead, this is a cool guitar to play solos on. Here's why. It's kind of got the SG thing where everything is just kind of farther this way, right? So it does kind of feel like down here you're like, whoa. But, versus like if you're playing any of these other guitars. But it's really nice, though, up here. It's really comfortable. It kind of takes a minute to get used to it, but, I can easily, like, here's my B minor pentatonic box, all that sloppy stuff. But I can easily get to the highest note on my guitar, which is really cool. Especially myself. I mean, I'm not like living all my solos down here, but this kind of pertains to me specifically. Is I really like slide. I love playing slide guitar, and I play standard tuning. But I really like playing slide on this guitar, and that's for that reason. Is a lot of times slide solos. I mean, if you had open tuning, you could just be up here, I can't really do that, because I only have these chords here. But what I can do is I can come up here and I can really get some of these high notes and some really cool things. So I've been listening to gospel singers lately because I know like Derek Trucks and them, that kind of thing. It's blues licks, but he's taking those kind of gospel singers. But what I think is really cool is with that high access, you can kind of get it there, and it's pretty comfortable, especially with this shape. I don't encounter anything other than this the B note here on my E string. So it's really a lot of free movement. Sometimes like if I'm playing a single cut guitar up here, you're kind of like doing this, kind of turning to the side here. But for the most part, I've been able to do that. So I'm gonna play a couple slide things for you. I love the sound of that. Just clean, I'm kind of from not myself, but like the tonality wise, I'm kind of Derek Trucksy-ish, just tone wise. I'm not Derek Trucks, but really, and that's what kind of the thing is like, especially up here, up down here, you can easily move your hand around. You can go for those kind of gospel things, but up here, you're really free. No obstructions, especially with slide. It's really important, right, to have the intonation. Let's put on. Right now I've got the EB booster, and then I've got a BB preamp. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on and put a little extra gain on and play. Roll the volume knob back and then bring it in. You get the point. It's just a really easy, accessible guitar, especially for some of the upper register stuff. So I'm gonna do some different sounds here. I think a lot of times this guitar gets associated with a treble pickup, which it does. But I'm gonna go through the sounds on this guitar, and definitely Firebirds, man, they're ripping. Get a Firebird. Thank you. You really see how much louder that neck pickup is when they do that.